share just a short little video of my fun things that I did there. Next week we will be back to sewing content. We've also finished our bathroom renovation, so I'm working on getting a video together of that too, but I want to make sure I get some more sewing stuff up here on the Sewing with Stacy channel. So let me tell you a little bit about Chicago. I flew in for a 4-day trip with my middle kid. I'm keeping up with somebody who walks a lot every day and is half my age, so I was sore. I actually was very sore when I came home from the trip, which just tells me I'm not walking enough at home. We rode the trains everywhere. It was perfect weather, so I'm going to just share with you some of the fun places we ate. Just pictures of around Chicago. We did do a riverboat cruise, which I'm going to do a condensed little bit of, so get ready to see lots of like buildings. It was excellent. If you go to Chicago, I really recommend the riverboat cruise. We did the longer one, which is the 90-minute one. I've condensed it down to like 9 minutes, maybe 8 minutes, something like that. It's a lot shorter than the actual cruise, but it was very informative and very fun. And the weather was, the only day that it was kind of cold and cloudy was that morning when we started the cruise, but by the end of it, you'll notice the weather, it looks like a different day. It went from completely gray skies to gorgeous blue skies by the end of it. And we did there's a restaurant that you'll see called, Billy Goat Tavern, something like that. It literally was under a bridge. We just ran in and shared a hamburger because we knew we were going to go eat in Logan Square later. And so we just wanted to kind of take care of the hunger to get us through to the next thing. Logan Square was super fun. We had so much fun. We tended to spend the whole day running around and doing fun stuff. And then when we would come back, have an early supper, sometimes out, sometimes we ate at home. And then we would hang out, play video games, and snack the rest of the evening. And of course, talk. We talk. Nothing like getting together with your own kid, and we have so much to catch up on. The little museum that I show, I believe it's called Intuit Art Museum, I Am, and it is all folk art and local Chicago and Illinois artists. It was very interesting. I happened to hit it the weekend that they had reopened after a year of being closed for renovations. It's a 3-story, it's 3 stories in this old building, and it was really neat. The basement, it had one room and the basement that was dedicated to one of the artists that I will show in here. Anyway, you'll see it looks like an old dresser with a book open on it. That book was a phone book with like his art and like a scrapbook, and he glued it all into the phone book. Very interesting, odd guy. And it was one of those things where he died and they were clearing out his apartment and found out that he had all of this art and writing and all kinds of stuff hidden in this little small apartment that he lived in. They have part of his apartment sort of displayed, like they have a room set up that sort of looks like his apartment in the museum. It was really fun and lovely, and I love a good museum. So that was really a neat thing to see, and it's just sort of local right there. I was camped out at Big Shoulders Coffee, which was really fun to go to. There's quite a few locations, but I happened to be next to the museum. It was like across the street. So after a few hours of editing, I ran over, did the museum, ran back, did a couple more hours of editing. My kid had to work that time, so then she was through with work, I was through with my work, and we were able to get back together and hang out, and I managed to get most of last week's video edited during that time. So that's how that happened. We went down to Logan Square, took another train, and walked all around Logan Square, ate. They had a really neat grocery store there with a rooftop beer garden. We bought some fun groceries that we went back and snacked on. You'll see some beautiful desserts. I bought 2 desserts. We had a pre-dinner dessert. We had dinner, and then we had our regular dessert after that. So meant most evenings relaxing at home, having snacks and playing video games and just talking away. I was very proud of myself to ride the trains back by myself to O'Hare Airport. The rest of the time, my kiddo escorted me and helped me make sure I got on and off at the right places. But to come back, I was able to get on just one train and ride it till it ended at O'Hare. And so that was really an easy thing to do and not bad at all. O'Hare's big, but it has great signage, and everyone is so nice in Chicago. I have to say that there were t-shirts everywhere that said "Welcome to Midwestern Nice," and having lived in other, it was friendlier in Chicago. I was really surprised. Very comfortable and easy. People were quick to help you if you were confused. Everyone at the airport was very nice. I had only good experiences all the way around. So super fun. It's my second trip to Chicago, and I'll be going back again in September with my husband the next time he has a business trip, and we're going to also turn it into business and pleasure and go visit our kid too. Thanks for indulging me. I'll see you next week as we get back to sewing. You can't see it, but the sewing room is a complete disaster. I have been up here tearing through things and trying to organize, and you know how it is. When you start organizing, it actually gets worse. But I will be back to sewing with you next week. Thanks for hanging out with me today as I share my quick little trip from Chicago. I'm like that friend who's like, oh, we went to Eureka Springs. Look at my 9-hour slideshow. That's me for Chicago, but I condensed it down. I tried to keep it under 15 minutes, actually, is what I'm trying to do. See you next week for another fun video.